welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would love to have you subscribe, like, comment, and if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. So before I get started with today's video, there's a couple things I wanted to go over with you guys quickly. I am now on Instagram. Hooray! I have been wanting to get on Instagram for a really long time, basically since I started my channel, and just didn't really know how to get things going. So about 3 weeks ago, my daughter graciously came over and helped me get that set up. Thank you so much. And I'm just having a blast. If you're interested in checking me out on Instagram, it's ericaconger_beauty. That's my name or handle or whatever you call it. And I'm just having a blast on there. I've connected with some amazing people, some very talented makeup artists, and I just thoroughly enjoy it. And a couple days ago, I made a post where I asked people to ask me any question that they had. I want to do like a Q&A video on my channel in the next video. And just really wanted people to ask me whatever kind of question they wanted, whether it was makeup related or not. So I'm asking that of you as well. If you're interested in being part of the Q&A video that I'm going to be doing next, please feel free to ask me any questions, 1, 2, 20, whatever, in the comment section of this video, and I would be more than happy to include those questions in that video. And another thing that I'm really excited about is that a very special friend of mine sent me a couple of palettes that I have been dying to get for so long, and I actually have them now. I'm not going to give it away, but I cannot wait to use those palettes in that upcoming video. So please stay tuned for that. So in today's video, I've created a look using the Ruby palette from BH Cosmetics. I got this for myself as a birthday present. My birthday was July 12th, and it's now the beginning of September. So it's just been sitting here collecting dust. I kept thinking about it every so often, like, oh yeah, I need to do a look with that palette because it's July and hello, now it's September. I don't know what happened. Time just got away from me. So this is the color story. I do think it's a very beautiful palette. I just wish that it had a little bit of like deep, rich redness in it. So yeah, but I did create this look with this palette. If you're interested to see how this look comes together and also what my first impressions of the palette are, then please sit back, relax, and let's get started. All right, let's get started with this look using the Ruby palette from BH Cosmetics. I have done all of my face makeup. That will all be listed in the description box. I've done my brows, and I've also primed my eyelids with the Louise Eye Shadow Base in the shade Rumour 01. So let's look at this color story. Now, to me, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful palette. However, it's a Ruby palette, so I would have preferred more red in this palette. I mean, this is gorgeous, this pressed glitter called Drama Queen. I love it. And I do think this is pretty, this ruby shade, but this is a little bit too pink for me. But you know, I do have a couple like ruby rings that I've had, my birthstone's ruby since I was born in July. I've had this palette since my birthday. I got it for myself like a week before my birthday as a little gift to myself. And so it's been sitting here for 2 months. So it's July and September, I guess. I don't know. But I do have a couple rings that have some more pinkish red to them in the stone. So I don't know, what am I talking about? So I'm just gonna shut up and create my look and we'll see how it goes. But I just really wish there was like more of like a true bright red or like a, I don't know, deep red. But this one here, you know, it's okay. This is called Fun Gal, and that's what I'm gonna start off with in my outer V. So I'm gonna grab my little brush here and I'm just gonna start putting that down towards my outer V, and we'll see how it goes. I don't know, I think it's just kind of lacking that real deep, bright red shade. I don't know. I mean, can you have a deep and a bright red shade? I don't know. I just kind of wish that there was a little bit more red in the palette. And there's kind of that darker brown shade, which, I mean, I don't know. I wish that was black. I wish that was like a true, like, deep black matte. But, you know, we'll just have to see how it goes. I don't want to start off dooming the palette before I've even really given it a chance. This is very nice pigmentation. I think it's a beautiful shade. You know, I'll stop being a weirdo and complaining and just do the look. But yeah, I've had this palette for, like I said, 2 months, and I was just kind of thinking over the weekend, like, oh, I want to film a video on my day off, which is today, Monday. And gee, I wonder what palette I should use. And all of a sudden it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. You have the Ruby palette that you've had for 2 months that you were gonna film with in July. So, but time just kind of escapes me sometimes. I don't know. I said a couple times that we're kind of planning for my daughter's wedding. I think that looks pretty good. I am now gonna go in with my BH Cosmetics brush, and I'm gonna go into this lighter shade here called Honest and just kind of blend that out a little bit. But about a month ago, my daughter and I went dress shopping for me for a dress for her wedding. And we found one that we liked, but we didn't really love. I mean, it was okay, but it just wasn't, I don't know, just wasn't everything I wanted it to be. And my aunt, who is actually, was my mom's best friend growing up, so she's not really like a blood aunt, but she may as well be. I've known her since before I was born. She used to own a clothing store in Southern Oregon. And so she and I were talking on the phone one day after I bought my dress, and she said, you know, why don't you let me pick some things out for you? I'm gonna go online, I'm gonna see if I can find something that you like better, and I'll send you some pictures and I'll send you the dresses that you like. And I was like, oh, wow, thank you so much. I mean, that was just, she's just such a kind, generous, wonderful woman. And she said, you know, my treat will be like a late birthday present for you. And I was like, oh, wow, thanks. Wonderful. So she sent me a couple pictures of dresses, and I really liked the pictures I saw. And so she sent me 3 different dresses, and 2 of them worked. Yay. So I have a dress for the rehearsal dinner, and then I have a dress for Sydney's wedding. And I am going to go back into that Fun Gal shade here. I'm going to put a little bit more of that down just because I kind of lost a little bit of that when I put the blending shade down. But yeah, I really like the dresses. I'm sure, I mean, obviously we're going to be taking tons of pictures at the wedding, and I'll try to figure out a way to like maybe do some kind of like picture montage in a video for you guys after her wedding. I think that'll be really fun to do. And yeah, she got all of her desserts ordered. We have a bakery here in town called The Sweet Life, and they make some of the most delicious desserts. They have this like apple pie that it's just this really thick, meaty apple pie, and it's actually a caramel apple pie is what it's called. And so they have this like really thick, delicious crust and tons of like Granny Smith apples, and it's just kind of lightly sugared. It's pretty tart, but then they put this really rich, sweet caramel sauce, all drizzle, like warm caramel sauce all over the pie. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into Ruby, and I'm gonna use my little Bee packing brush here, and shocker, I found some setting spray that I didn't realize I had. I mean, like I've said before, my storing system is ridiculous. So I found this, it's just a little Coty Cosmetics setting spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray the brush, and I'm gonna put this Ruby shade down towards the outer part of my lid. And, oh, that's pretty. Yeah, that's nice. That's a really nice kind of pinky red shimmer, but I don't know. I don't think it was too much to ask for a Ruby palette that you have a really bright red shimmer. I don't know. So I'm just going to put a little bit more of that down, and I don't know that I need to spray it again, but I might. I don't know. But that is really pretty. Very pretty. I'm just going to kind of take that all the way out to my outer edge of my outer V here. But she got, let's see, lemon bars, brownies, these like toasted coconut lemon cupcakes, which I don't really like coconuts, but other guests will be at the wedding besides me. And let's see, what else? I think like some kind of peanut butter cookie, or I can't remember. She sent me a list of things this morning that she was gonna get, and of course I can't remember. So now I'm gonna clean this brush off a little bit, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here called Sparkly. I'm gonna put that down towards the front part of my lid. And I am gonna spray this because this looks a little bit flaky, and I just don't wanna get this all over my face since I've already done my face makeup. And I'm gonna put that down right towards the front here. Ooh, ooh yeah, that's pretty. BH Cosmetics shimmers are always so lovely. I just love, they do a really good like gold shimmers, I feel like. And I mean, every shimmer. The other shimmer was nice too. Kind of more of a satiny shimmer, but this is gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I love that. It's very pretty. We go in a little bit more here. Make sure that's very vibrant. And then Sydney's having some alterations done to her dress. She has kind of like 3/4 length sleeves that are lacy, and she wanted to add kind of like a ruffly lacy part from like about right here to her wrist, and I think it's going to be gorgeous. And her dress is really, really pretty and very classic looking, and very her, and I'm so excited. And the lady let her dress out just a little bit because it was a little tight, and she let it out a little too much. So I kind of panicked. I'm like, do you want to take it somewhere else? I mean, can she do it right? And she's like, yes, Mom, it's fine. Don't panic. She can handle it. So I'm sure it'll be fine. Now I'm going to go in with my finger like I always do and just kind of meld that together a little bit better. And then I think I am going to add some pressed glitter to the middle here, kind of like between these two. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I drive her a little nuts because I tend to panic. Like if I think something's not going exactly the way it should, I panic and she's like, Mom, stay calm. So I am going to put a little bit more of that ruby shade down too, just because I want to. But yeah, it's really exciting. And she and her fiance just kind of finalized their honeymoon, and they're going to be going to the Universal Studios in Florida. Actually, I think I'm going to use my finger instead of the brush. They're going to be going to like, I guess there's a big like Harry Potter center, or I don't know if it's called this. I don't know. It's this big Harry Potter like display and rides and stuff. Like I think it looks like Hogwarts or something. And my daughter is obsessed with Harry Potter, obsessed. And so she's just over the moon to go check this out. She can't wait. And I mean, she's read all the books more than once. She's seen all the movies. She watches like all these little like Harry Potter montage TikToks and like cries because she just gets so moved by it. I love it. And I love Harry Potter too. Like I'm convinced that Hogwarts is heaven, but my husband thinks I'm crazy. But yeah, we just love Harry Potter. So I'm so excited for them. They're gonna have such a blast. So now I'm gonna go into the pressed glitter that's called Drama Queen. I almost said Trauma Queen. I hope not. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of this on the brush. And I don't want a super huge brush because I just kind of want to lay the glitter down like in a little segment, like right in between those two shimmers. We'll see how that looks. I'm going to spray the brush liberally, and then I'm going to go ahead and lay that down just right here. Ooh. Yeah, that's really pretty. Just kind of, I don't know. I just thought it'd be fun to have like a little stripe of glitter rather than a whole big shebang of it. That's really pretty. I like it. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit more down and spray that really good. I don't know about this glitter. It's a little, I don't know. I'm a little nervous I might end up with this in my eye today. We'll see. But I don't have to leave this on all day. But I'm so bad about washing I wash my face every single night, but what I typically do is I wait until I'm just absolutely exhausted to wash my face, and then I basically stand at the sink and like whine and cry like a 3-year-old because I just do not want to wash my face. I'm too tired. So maybe today I won't do that. I'll actually take it off at a reasonable hour. And you know, today I'll be fine actually because I'm not working today. So it's usually the days that I work that I'm just like, I don't want to wash my face. But yeah. Getting a little bit of fallout here. Oops. But it comes right off. Yay. Okay, and so yeah, that looks really pretty. And I'm getting this a little thicker than I wanted it, but oh well. It's okay, I can kind of... Okay. I do think that looks really pretty. It's not my favorite glitter in the world, but it's not horrible. It's just not my favorite. So now I think what I'm going to do is I do kind of want to deepen that up, but I don't want to go completely all over that pinkish ruby shade. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and actually, let me use my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that ruby down just right next to that pressed glitter, just to kind of meld that together a little bit better, I think. And then I think I am just going to use a very small brush and just deepen up that outer corner. But I think this is really pretty. It's, you know, this does say ruby to me. It does say ruby to me. So that's what I was going for. That's what I wanted. So that's great. It surprised me. I was a little bit, I mean, I wasn't like horribly disappointed when I opened the palette, but I was kind of like, that's ruby? Oh, okay. But you know, I'm loving this look so far. So, you know, sometimes I'm wrong. Very rarely, but I am wrong today. Okay, now I'm gonna go with my Morphe brush. I cleaned all my brushes. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. I think I am gonna go into this Proud shade. I didn't wanna use that shade just because it's dark brown and I really wanted to be more red, but I do kind of wanna deepen up that outer corner. So, and that's the only option that I really have. I mean, I could pull out another palette, but I wanna do that today. I wanted to do kind of a quick, easy look. And actually, you know what? It's not that bad, really. It's fine. Because I think the red that was already laid down kind of makes the red in that shade maybe a little bit more noticeable. I don't know. But ooh, I'm getting some fallout. Look at that. I will have to clean that up after we're done here. Okay. If I had just left it alone and not swiped my finger across it, I could have just taken a brush and gotten it off. But you know what? Live and learn, right? Live and learn. I do like that deeper outer corner, but I do want to I think what I'm going to do actually is use this again, this Fun Gal, and just kind of go back over that brown shade just to kind of tone that down a little bit and add a little bit more red back into it, because I really don't want to lose the red. That's the whole point, is to have a red eye look. But yeah, when she told me that they hadn't really decided what they were going to do for honeymoon yet, and when she called me to tell me that they were going to the Harry Potter land in at the Universal Studios in Florida, she was just ecstatic, and I'm like, that is perfect. That's perfect for you. Not too long ago, like I said, well, I don't know if I said this, but not too long ago, she did read all the books again, and then they went on like this Harry Potter-a-thon and watched all the movies, and then she started sending Braden and I like group texts with like all the like the scenes from Harry Potter, like montage scenes, and she would text below it, "I'm in tears, this is so amazing." I was like, okay, awesome. All right, I am going to put down a little bit of that ruby shade, just a little bit over that, just because I don't want to lose that completely. I don't want to make like a murky mess out of this, but I just really want to keep that red on there. But I really like that pressed glitter. That's really pretty. And I love the gold in the front. I think that's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'll be right back, and I'll do my lower lash line, so hold on. All right, so I cleaned up the fallout under my eye, and now I'm going to go in and do my lower lash line. So I think what I'm going to do is put this down first, this Fun Gal, and I need to find a little flat brush here for that, which I'll use my little elf brush, and I'm just going to go into Fun Gal and just kind of line my lower lash line with that. Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay. And I think if I had to pick a favorite shade out of this palette so far, it would be this Fun Gal. This is a really nice matte. It's really easy to use, and sometimes red mattes can be a little bit tricky, but this one's really nice, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm trying to think of what I want on my waterline, my lower waterline. I think I might go with the yellow cream Colourpop cream gel liner, the yellow one. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But yeah, I usually don't like to put red underneath my eyes because it makes me look a little sickly, but I'm really wanting to stick with an all red look. So we'll see. I think I might actually go, I think I'm going to actually add some of that brown too. All right, I found my brush for that. This is my little Jessup brush. This is the 322 brow liner, but I use this as like a lower lash line liner. And I'm going to go into this shade called Proud, that darker brown shade that I put. I don't know why. I usually always, at least one time, will forget to mention the name of the shade, so I apologize, but it's called Proud. And I'm going to put that down just out here a little bit. Just to kind of add some depth there. Like I said, I just, red shadows under my eyes aren't my favorite because, like I said, I look like I have the sinus infection, or I've been up for 4 days, or I don't know, have really bad allergies. That's not always the most attractive look, you know? So on some people it looks amazing. I mean, I've seen people that have red lower lash lines and I'm like, dang girl, that's awesome. But on me, I'm like, I don't know, a little scary, a little scary. But, and then another cool part of Sydney's wedding, I mean, the whole thing's going to be really cool, but one of the really cool parts of Sydney's wedding is that Braden and I, my son, her brother, and I are going to give her away. And Sydney has wanted to do that since she like knew what marriage was. I remember when she was like younger and she said, when I get married, I really want you and Bubby to get, we call him Bubby, you and Bubby to give me away. And that is going to be such an emotional walk. That's probably going to be the most emotional walk of my entire life, is walking her down the aisle. I'm gonna try not to do the ugly cry. I really am. Okay, I'm gonna grab my Colourpop Cream Gel Liner. Hold on. All right, I got it. This is in the shade Extra Frosting, and I'm just gonna put that in my lower waterline. Yay. I just thought the yellow would look cool with the gold. I don't know, we'll see. If it looks horrible, then we can always cover it up, but I think it'll be fine. And I really like this shade. I think it's really cool. And because I have, I should have done this first. I always screw this up. Hold on, let me see if I can get that off there. Because I have my eyeshadow on my lower lash line. It's kind of not coming out as well as I wanted it to, but we'll see. Oh, no, it is. There we go. But yeah, that looks pretty. And then I think I am going to add some shimmer to the lower lash line as well. So I'm going to get my little lipstick brush that I use for this, and I'm going to go into Sparkly again. The only shade I haven't used is this one here. It's called Witty. I mean, I don't know. It's a pretty shade. I don't know. Didn't feel like I needed to use it today. I'm going to put that down right here on my lower lash line. So yeah, it's going to be a really fun wedding. I'm just so excited. I can't wait to like actually get to the day of her wedding. It's been like, because they've been engaged for 2 years, I think, year and a half, 2 years, 2 years. And they were almost going to postpone it. They were going to start okay, let me back up. They were going to have it last summer and then decided to postpone it because of COVID. Then they thought about maybe even postponing it again. And I'm like, do not postpone your wedding again. We can handle this. We can do this. It'll be fine. And I'm so glad that they didn't, because, you know, they deserve to get married. I mean, I know it's kind of crazy times right now, but that doesn't mean that every happy, joyful thing has to stop. I don't know. Okay. All right, so I think I'm done with this eye. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my other eye. I'm gonna add the upper lid liner, mascara, and some lipstick. I have a really cool lipstick that I'm really excited to show you guys. So hang tight, and I'll be back in just a little bit to show you how everything turned out. Okay. All right, I'm back, and this is the finished look. I really like how this look turned out, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised by the Ruby palette. Let's look at that again. I do still wish that it had a deep, rich red matte or shimmer in it, but I did really like the look that I pulled off with this, and I do think it does say red and it does say ruby. I would have loved to have had that like real deep or bright red matte especially, but even a shimmer would have been wonderful too. So let's look at the shades I used again. For my transition area and in my outer V, I used Fun Gal, which I really like this. This is probably my favorite shade in the palette. I think this is just a gorgeous, rich matte, and it was really easy to put on and blend out. To blend that out, I used Honest, which I really like this one too. I wish this maybe was more of a reddish tone. This is more brown than red. I mean, maybe a little bit red leaning, but wished it had been just a little bit lighter red, I guess. And then to deepen that up in my outer V, I used Proud. And then on the lid, I used a combination of Ruby, Sparkly, and then I kind of put this Drama Queen glitter down the center of that. And I really liked these two shades, and I like the glitter. The glitter is not my favorite pressed glitter formula in the world. It's a little chunky. It's a little harder to manipulate than say like the Cara Beauty palettes that I just love. I love those pressed glitters so much. Not maybe as difficult as the Colourpop glitters are, not as chunky. I haven't gotten into my eye. I think I'm going to be fine. But yeah, I don't know. I really do like the palette. I just wish that there was some more deep, rich redness in it. This to me, it's almost there, but not quite. But I do think it looks really pretty on the lid. So like I said, I really like the look that I came up with. So I don't mean to complain. I just wish there was a little bit more deepness in this palette with the red shade. All right, and then the other things I used for my finished look, I used for my mascara, I used the Pure On Point. This is the 4-in-1 mascara with hemp. This is in the shade Black. I got this in my last Ipsy. I've used it twice now, and I really like it a lot. It definitely provides length to your lashes. I don't know that it makes them look thicker, but I think it definitely makes my lashes look longer, which I really like. And then, let's see, for my upper waterline, I was gonna put an actual liner on the lid, but I was a little concerned that it would like displace the glitter. I didn't wanna go too crazy having to fix that. So I use this. This is the Trestique. This is the Line Sharpen and Smudge eye pencil in the shade Santorini Black Sand. Got this in an Ipsy as well, and I really enjoy using this. It's really nice. It's once you put it in your waterline, it doesn't really like fade or like wash away, and I love those kind of liners. And then for my lips, I use the Colourpop Lippy Stick in the shade Jam Sesh. Now, my daughter has been telling me forever to get one of these, and I finally decided to go ahead and get the real good, true red, and I think it's gorgeous. These feel so nice on the lips, so comfortable, and I think the shade is gorgeous, and I think it really matches the eye look really well, and yeah, really love these. I got a couple of these, so I'm saving the other one for another look down the road, but yeah, love, 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 love this lippy stick. If you haven't tried Colourpop's lippy sticks, I highly recommend them. I'm madly in love with this one. So thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day or evening to sit down and watch my video. I hope you really like how this look turned out. That palette was $9, and since I got it during my birthday month, I didn't have to pay for shipping. And I do think it's a great quality palette for $9. BH Cosmetics does some just amazing palettes for very affordable prices. And I do think that I want to get some more of the Birthstone palettes. I do like this palette. I don't mean to be like super like, I don't like it, because I do like it. I just wish that it had a little bit more red in it. And there's a couple other Birthstone palettes that I really want to get, so we'll see. But again, thank you guys so much for watching my video. It always means the world to me. And if you have subscribed or you want to subscribe, do not forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're aware of all of my future uploads. I look forward to seeing you guys again in my next video, but in the meantime, please take care of yourself, be well, safe, happy, and I cannot wait to see you again. Take care. Thanks again. Bye.